Hello and welcome to this edition of the Mentors Masterclass Sessions. I'm Dan Gerke, the founder of AMentoredLife.com, where we bring you the world's greatest mentors all in one place to help you reach your ultimate potential. On this session of the Mentors Masterclass, I did things a little differently. I had an opportunity to sit down and interview Dr. DrDemartini. You'll probably recognize that name as Dr. DeMartini was one of the featured teachers in the hit DVD movie The Secret. Dr. DeMartini is considered one of the world's leading authorities on human behavior and personal development. He's the founder of the DeMartini Institute, a private research and education organization with a curriculum of over 72 different courses covering multiple aspects of human development. His trademark methodologies, the DeMartini Method and the DeMartini Value Determination, are the culmination of 38 years of cross-disciplinary research and study. His work has been incorporated into human development industries across the world. Dr. DeMartini travels 360 days a year to countries all over the globe, sharing his research and findings in all markets and sectors. He's the author of 40 books published in 28 different languages. He has produced over 50 CDs and DVDs covering subjects such as development in relationships, wealth, education, and business. Each program is designed to assist people to activate leadership and empower themselves in all 7 areas of their lives: financial, physical, mental, vocational, spiritual, family, and social. And I can honestly say, I don't think I've ever met somebody that comes across as intelligent and guided as Dr. DeMartini seemed to me. It's very clear very quickly that he has a vision of his life and beyond that far surpasses what anybody else I've ever met even comes close to. In fact, you'll hear in about the middle of the interview when Dr. DeMartini is speaking about his journal that he keeps and his life's mission. He brings out a book, and I wish I had a visual for this, but it's a coil ring book, full-size sheets, 8.5 by 11 paper, that was no less than 2 inches thick. And he actually has volumes of this book. It's not just one book. It grows by the day. He keeps a gratitude journal that grows by the hour. He logs entries all day long, every day, and adds them to the book. But what I really want you to catch when he's talking about this is he actually has a vision of what he wants to be remembered by 1,000 years from now. He's that clear on what his mission is when he's here. In one of his books, How to Make a Hell of a Profit and Still Go to Heaven, in the foreword, Mark Victor Hansen talks about how Dr. DeMartini's mission at that time was to touch the lives of 1 billion people. Well, in the short time since that book was written, I've got it right here, let me have a look. This book was published in 2004. Since that time, he's now actually been able to reach audiences of over 3 billion people. So he's set a new target. He actually wants to impact the lives of every person on the planet, which is a pretty lofty goal, and actually one I think he'll probably hit. It's pretty phenomenal how clear he is on what his mission is. So I hope you will enjoy this session. I think it was certainly a great honor for me to sit down with him. I sat down right in his hotel room with him, and we just had a chat, and I really enjoyed getting that kind of a insightful view into how he thinks and the positive impact he's having on societies around the world. So it's a great thing, and I hope that I at some point have an impact much like he has had, and continues to have to this day. So I hope you enjoy the call. I'll get right into it here. This is a recording of the conversation we had. Enjoy the call.
All right. So I guess I'd like to start by asking, who've been some of your biggest mentors and what role have they played in your journey through life?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Well, my father was a mentor, and then I had the opportunity to have Howard Hughes, actually, as a mentor briefly when I was 14. And then I had Paul Bragg as a mentor when I was 17. And then I had another professor be sort of a mentor when I was around 21, who was in biology and biochemistry on origin of life, Dr. Cox. Then I had a mentor, his name was Lakeshwar Ram, and he was an Indian mystic who had 6 PhDs, and he was 35 years old, who was a major mentor when I was 23. And then throughout the years, I basically have surrounded myself with the greatest minds I've been able to get a hold of through literature. So many of my mentors have been through reading, and I have devoured the great philosophers, great religious writers, Nobel Prize winners, anybody who's had an impact, either through biographical research or just reading their actual writings, have been somewhat mentors along my journey. So there's been many that have been physical, and then there's been specialist mentors that are in different areas. So financial mentors, professional speaking mentors, media mentors along the journey. So I've lived a life with either direct mentorship by live people or indirect through reading literature. I've been a student of many mentors along the journey.
Sounds like it's safe to say that mentors have played a role pretty much non-stop
Since my whole life.
Since your teens, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, starting with your father, so right from day one.
Yep. I think that's the nature of the human experience, is to be mentored. Why reinvent the wheel when you can have that mentorship guidance? But I find it's wise not to subordinate or minimize oneself to a mentor, but to awaken within ourselves whatever we perceive the mentor has to offer and find out where it is inside us so we can stand on their shoulders, not in their shadows.
Absolutely. Excellent. In your presentation last night, you quoted Henry James with his quote, "Nothing of the senses will ever satisfy the soul." Can you expand on that for me a little bit, on what your thoughts are?
There are what I call mortal goals and immortal goals. Mortal goals are those within time and space within our life, and immortal goals are beyond our life. And so we have to then construct that which is of the senses, that satisfy the senses while we're in our mortal form, our daily life, would be the mortal goals. And those that are things that we want to leave beyond our physical structure, that are contributions to society in some form or fashion, would be the immortal goals of the soul. And those that inspire us to expand beyond our normal daily mortal existence. And I always say that nothing of the senses will satisfy the soul, and the only thing that satisfies the soul is thank you, I love you. Being grateful for life and doing what you love and surrounding yourself with the people you love. So those move you in the direction of the immortal goals. And so I always say the immortal soul gives rise to immortal goals. And but the senses, the mortal self, the immediate gratifying senses are immediate needs. And you might say that in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, survival and security would be the mortal, and maybe even socialization. And then self-worth and self-actualization would be more the immortal goals. Because those are things that you do that are beyond your immediate needs, your physical needs.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer. I've set goals that go in 1,000 years into the future. My posthumous biography is 1,000 years. I set up the DeMartini Prize, the DeMartini Institute, DeMartini Foundation that goes beyond my life. And those goals are probably, well, they are more meaningful than just my daily goals.
Right. Leaving a legacy.